So guys, we recently knew it, the Pixar movie, Turning Red. This was honestly a movie I initially wasn't very excited for. The premise didn't interest me all that much, and the trailer didn't impress me much either. But the reception I was hearing was making me more hopeful, and in the end, while I don't think I can say I loved it, I definitely enjoyed it more than I thought I would. That's not to say it doesn't have any problems, and I don't think it's one of Pixar's best, but my thoughts are definitely more positive than I was expecting. Also, like always, this will have all the no spoilers for the first part, then I'll go into the spoilers with a warning. So yeah, let's just get to the plot first. So what's the story? It follows a girl named Maylin, who's now becoming a teenager and is trying to become her own person, but is constantly doing everything her mother wants her to do, and she struggles to get her real thoughts out to her. But one day when her favorite band is coming to town, she suddenly realizes she has the ability to turn into a red panda whenever her emotions get riled up, and after she gets embarrassed in front of her fellow bullies, she finds it difficult to suppress the power. So now she tries to find a way to get rid of this power while also trying to be able to go to the concert. So yeah, as a plot, it seems fairly simple, and there are times when the story does follow a similar formula, but I personally think a big part of what makes this movie so enjoyable is, for one, the pacing for the most part is really good, and I think they do a good job at making sure every character has a good motivation. And the second thing I think helps make this movie stand out is the animation style. I know I always praise Pixar for its animation, and rightfully so, but the animation style in this movie in particular is very unique, even by Pixar standards. Sure, the way they do character animation is amazing, but they do different things in this and very unique things in this one that does have its own style that's separate from the other movies. And especially one that I don't think we've ever seen before like this, and I really enjoyed it. I like seeing and yeah, I just like seeing Disney and Pixar trying new things with their movies, and this one I think does that really well. I also did enjoy the characters in this. I thought some of them, for instance, Maylin herself, were going to be kind of annoying and cringeworthy, but they were all really good and likable. I especially thought the relationship between Maylin and her friends was going to be kind of weird and cringy, but again, I thought it was really charming, and the friends themselves were pretty funny too. Speaking of, the movie is pretty funny, and I was surprised by how many adult jokes there are in this. It does get pretty adult in this, and there are some things that I can't believe are actually allowed in this. But that's something I love about Pixar movies, when they can kind of sneak in the adult references, and they still get away with this and make it funny. I also appreciate that the story for this is fairly small scale compared to a lot of other Disney and Pixar movies. Sure, there are some things in this that are bigger than you might expect, but unlike something like Raya and the Last Dragon, which was all about stopping the evil from wiping out everyone on Earth, this one is just about a girl wanting to go to a concert while trying to get rid of this power. Sure, the whole panda aspect may say a bit more than that, but still, and as far as the characters themselves, I didn't think any of them were some of Pixar's best or anything, but I did still like them. I thought Maylin art was also pretty well realized with being coming of age story, and I think it was well done. And like I said, I feel like they did a good job of making sure everyone had a motivation in this, and it was I thought it was, I definitely helped think it did a good job of making sure even the smaller characters were given something to do. And there's actually one of them in particular who there was one character in this that I was originally worried about because originally he didn't have a lot of screen time, but they fixed that by giving him a good amount of screen time later on. I also like how they didn't have a villain in this. I can appreciate that it didn't need that. Sure, there's the bully that Malin duo, but he's not in this for very long, and I feel like that part made more sense than in something like Lucia, because he's just a kid, so it makes more sense. Really, I just feel like this movie did a great job at diverting my original expectations. I just like how it was able to do that, but with all that said, is it perfect? No, there are a couple things in this I didn't necessarily like. The biggest one I can think of is that the plotting, well, it did surprise me with how different it does a few things. It does still follow a similar formula. For the most part, you can pretty much tell what's going to happen, but I do still like how there are some changes in there. I think a good example of a Pixar movie following a familiar formula, but still feeling very fresh is Tokyo. But the way this movie does it, again, is mostly really good. And there are some things that don't make a lot of sense. That part isn't really anything huge or anything, but there are some things, mainly the way some characters act, that is kind of unnatural. But with all that said, I'm really happy with this movie. Again, I don't see this as anything amazing by Pixar standards, but I was still completely satisfied with this experience, and I would highly recommend it if you have Disney Plus. And so everyone, back both of my thoughts on Turning Red. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you all like this, and yeah, hit and we're about to move into the spoiler section now, but for now I'll just wrap this up. So yeah, everyone, I hope you all like this video. If you did, then please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think. Please follow me on Twitter at Daniel Maloney, Haitian Disney, fan, Radu Kingdom Hearts and Disney. Please every day, and please subscribe for more content like this coming soon, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Okay, now we're going to move into the spoiler section. If you don't want anything spoiled, go ahead and watch the movie and then come back and watch the rest of this. Okay, so there really isn't that much to talk about in the spoiler section, just a few points. I guess the first big one would be the whole aspect about Malin and her friends using her transformation power to raise money for the concert while also trying to keep everything regarding that a secret from her mother. Again, well, just like that is stuff I've seen before. I think this version of it is done well enough to keep it entertaining and fun a while. Though the whole thing of the other students accepting the fact that Malin has to do it like that with what I was talking about before with some characters acting being a bit unnatural, but I guess this is in behind the movie that one to delve into that aspect too much. I also like the idea that Malin couldn't Jack with control herself while she was a panda the whole time, and that led to some pretty pretty surprising moments, like when he attacked Tyler. And towards the end, during the whole ritual, I wasn't entirely sure what was gonna happen there because at that point I kinda assumed anything could happen. But I like how even at the end, Malin still didn't go through with this, and it does make sense, and it does make sense for her character arc. And at the end, I was pretty surprised that her mother became a gigantic red panda, and it was a fun climax in the concert when they tried to stop her, and it was fun, and it was a fun way to end it, and I like how the grandmother and the aunt had to be red pandas to help too. A lot of that part that really reminded me of a lot of anime transformations as well, but it was really cool, and that's really about it. Again, there wasn't really that much to talk about with the spoilers, but I still really enjoyed this. So yeah, it wasn't really that those are just my overall thoughts on Turning Red, and again, I just think this was a really fun movie to just keep that into Pixar's list of really good movies. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Turning Red. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, then please like this video. Please comment down below to tell me what you think. Please follow me on Twitter at Daniel Maloney, Hey and Disney, fan writer Kingdom Hearts and Disney, please every day, and please subscribe for more content like this. I'm I'll see you on next time. Take care.